being against the foreign policy of the European Union and disqualifying the policy of the European Union as the party of war has to have some consequences. The statements and the actions implemented by the Hungarian Prime Minister and the Foreign Affairs Minister of Hungary, as far as they are members of this club, they have to obey to the treaties and in particular to this article. It's not something that you can do or not. You have to.
So the foreign affairs ministers of the EU Clan Act were going to take the show on the road to Budapest at the end of August as part of Hungary's 6-month presidency of the Council of the European Union. But then Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban hit the ground running on day one of the job on July 1st, running around to visit Ukraine, Russia, China, NATO, Trump, Azerbaijan, saying that he wanted to talk to everyone to find middle ground on all these major global conflicts in the interest of peace. He was firing off notes and suggestions to European brass. Well, guess who was making the cocktail circuit diplomats look bad? Very triggering for them and for the EU. Even Borrell is saying there, hey, whoa, get in line with the, quote, club, and, quote, obey with, quote, loyal cooperation in the interests of the common positions on EU foreign policy, which is apparently to keep your mouth shut about the interests of the citizens who actually democratically elected you while sitting around waiting for your cold showers to stick it to Russian President Vladimir Putin and end the conflict in Ukraine. So since Orban refuses to do that, Borrell, who technically is the one who gets to call all foreign affairs meetings, informal or otherwise, has decided to just pull this particular meeting out of Budapest and instead have it in the EU's tranquil garden in Brussels. That way, diplomats whose job is to take on board and engage contradictory views don't have to worry about being triggered by any.
Another issue, which is where to hold the informal Foreign Affairs Council, I had to take a decision and to call for the next Foreign and Defense Council meetings, informal, in Brussels, when we come back from holidays.
Actually, half the countries even said that they were cool with keeping the meeting in Budapest, but Borrell decided otherwise, which is super democratic. He was like, well, in any case, there was only really one country that actually supports Orban's behavior right now. So, hey, let's just make this meeting all about that. Well, it's not really about all of Orban's behavior. It's about this one meeting. But Borrell is kind of acting like a spouse you get into a fight with, and suddenly they start dragging up issues from 10 years back, or in this case, several weeks back or several months, and making it all about everything. So the country that supports Orban and Hungary's initiatives in this role is Slovakia, which, by the way, was kind of like, hey guys, so is peace bad now? Is that what's going on here? Yeah, apparently it is, because Borrell, in the same breath as he held this press conference and made this announcement, has also said that the interest on Russian assets is ready to be used to supply Ukraine with weapons by handing over the cash to the European Commission.
I updated ministers on the progress towards the first transfer of 1.4 billion expected to happen at the beginning of August, next week. And we are set to finance the acquisition of priority military equipment, once again air defense, once again ammunition for artillery, and also, and this is new, procurement for the Ukrainian defense